My husband Michael picked up a lot of Pokemon cards. We got everything in this box plus some other things that I'm not going to show in this video for $100, and there's some really cool cards in here. So let's see what he scored. Now this was not a lot that came into our store. This was a deal that we did online, and we hadn't actually planned to get any cards out of this at all, but this person ended up having quite a few of them in their collection that they were able to add into the mix. Okay, so we actually ended up having a customer come in that wanted to take a peek at what we had in here, so we ended up selling one Charizard that I didn't get to show you guys, but it was arguably one of the less exciting cards in here, so I will just go ahead and start showing you now. We've got this Pokemon Fan Club Trainer, an older Arceus card, Blaine's Growlithe, Scyther, some more older cards, a Slash Attack Mega Venusaur EX. This is probably going to be one we hold on to. An old Virizion EX. And you're going to notice a lot of the ones in here are not more recent. And that's most of what we pulled out and didn't show in this video, some of the more recent cards that were in here. A Heracross EX. This is probably one of the most damaged cards in this lot. This little ancient Mew, as you can see there, it looks like it kind of went through it. Old Latios card. I feel like as far as lots go, this one had a pretty good mix of pretty well taken care of cards and some more damaged ones. But the damaged ones that don't sell as well in our actual brick and mortar shop tend to do pretty well online. This Tyranitar is another one that has quite a bit of damage on it. But overall, still an interesting older card that we wanted to get in. Good little selection of breaks in this lot. And we're not really getting into the fun stuff yet. An older Ralts card. The art on this one deserves a moment of recognition. It's a pretty nice one. The Luxray break. Back in the day, this was the first break card that I opened, and I just didn't keep it, but there's a lot of really cool break cards. I think those are a bit underrated. This Mewtwo and Mew V card are the only two Vs I kept in here. Most of these were modern cards, but I did like these two, so I wanted to show you guys these ones. Renektric EX, and again, it was $100 for all the cards you guys are seeing here, and the ones that we did not show in today's video. Landorus EX, Mega Steelix EX. I really like these old Slash cards. I think they look great. Another Steelix. We've had a couple of this card in the shop, and I actually feel like this one is really nice. I don't particularly care for this Pokemon, but I do like that card. It's unfortunate that this Venusaur has as much damage as it does. You can probably see it has a little crease up on its face right here. This one is probably going to be getting set aside in our personal binder, but I just really, really like this one. Another more modern card. I believe we've had this Xerneas in the store before, but again, it's a really cool one. Another Charizard. As far as older Charizard cards go, this is a little bit of a lower dollar one. Still super nice though. This is a better example of a higher dollar Charizard card from the older sets. We've had this Shaman in a couple times. Right, we had to pause things one more time because we had another group of customers come in. We're getting into the last of the cards from this lot, and I saved the best for the last because there was absolutely one in here that I really liked compared to the others. We have Genesect EX, a Shadowless First Edition Machamp, Clefairy, we've had this one in a couple times, a very damaged Mega Charizard EX. Michael, is there two in here of this one or no? Because you said if this one was the damaged one.
One is very creased, and one is in very good shape. Oh no, that's the good shape. Oh wait, no, that one's the beat up one.
So we have a very beat up Mega Charizard EX. I thought the art on this Golem was really interesting. It's holding up pretty well. A Lapras GX. A promo trainer card. Definitely some less notable cards in here, but still older, nice ones. The 2016 Flying Pikachu card. We had to double check this one to make sure that it was real, just because this is such an obscure, like this era had a very shiny front to it. If you actually take a look at the back, we're looking at a legit card there. So definitely some really interesting older ones. Can I have that penny sleeve back? And we're getting into the last little pile here. We have an Absol Prime So Absol Prime has a little bit of damage to it, but it is a really nice era still. This Mega Rayquaza EX is from Celebrations, but I do think we might sit on this one just because I really like this one. Mega Kangaskhan EX. I know slash attack cards are pretty popular. People really seem to enjoy those. Mega Ampharos EX. Mega Venusaur EX. The only version of this card that we did not get out of the original trio is the Blastoise, but we're going to keep an eye out for that one, because I think these, this one and the Charizard one we'll be holding on to. We have a Mew EX, another one that will be making its way to the personal collection. Mega Steelix EX. You may have noticed there was another one of these earlier that was super damaged. This is the better condition one, and this one will be getting set aside. Charizard V, a newer one, but one we're going to be setting aside. Charizard V Star. We have the Japanese one for this, but we have the English Mewtwo, so we're going to be switching out the Japanese for this one and selling the Japanese one. And then this last card is the arguably best one in this lot. It's much more rare, and people tend to fake it a lot. But we were able to get this one in hand and verify that it was real, so we will be setting it aside just because it's such an uncommon one to come across, and that is the Mega Charizard EX, the blue Charizard.
What's rare about this one is they have a 2014 version and I believe a 20... Well, they look almost exactly the same with a few minor differences, and one of the ways that you can tell whether it's real or not is the coloring of the Japanese lettering, the borders on the bottom, and then just, double checking that the year matches all of those changes. And so in this one, not only had all of the right check boxes, but we got it in person, made sure it wasn't overly glossy. This is one that almost is, I checked yesterday on eBay, and there was 2 that had sold, and they were both fake.
Wow.
So a lot of these that sell even on eBay and on Facebook Marketplace are fake because people don't know.
And this one is supposed to be the 2014 version?
Yep, this is the most expensive version.
So.
Okay, so it's a 2014, 2016. So 2014 is the older one from Flashfire, which is what we have, and then there's the 2016, which looks like that, but it's like half or a third of the price.
So overall, I think just with these cards taken into consideration and not really taking into consideration any of the other things that came in this lot, some of the more modern stuff, I think this was a really, really good pickup, and especially wrapping things up with this little Charizard right here. So overall, I think that this was a really good deal for $100. Again, this is not something that came into the store as a trade-in. This is something that we basically found a lot of, or Michael found a lot of different devices that he was going to be buying, and he just asked the people if they had any Pokemon laying around, and this is what they came out with. So I'm really happy with this. These are all legitimate cards. We've gone through the due diligence of making sure that we actually got something for this deal, and I'm very happy with what we walked away with. So if you guys are interested in seeing more of the business side of running our toy and hobby shop, or the behind the scenes of the Pokemon lots that we come up with, or really anything entrepreneurial, because that's what we share here, subscribe, stay tuned, and we will hopefully see you in the next video.